First he said, guy, remember, life expectancy in Nigeria is 54 years. He said, how old am I? I told him I'm 30. He said, bro, you have only 24 more years. Life is all about making an impact, especially as a... Good morning, everyone. I'm back on my walks. So, quick one today. I'm just going to talk about my experience. I met an old senior of mine yesterday while I was at the cafe. And I just walked in there with my sister. And we started to have a long talk. I'll just go try to summarize it. So first, he said he's going back to our old secondary school to go and start teaching. And this is a guy that's so busy. I know his schedule is crazy, you know. He's also into tech. He runs 2 or 3 businesses. So I was wondering, like, bro, I need to sit. I need to sit. Yeah. So he runs about 2, 3 businesses, and I was wondering, like, how do you want to go and do that? He said that school did a lot for us. He has to find a way to give back. And I told him, yeah, I want to give back too, but I want to do things that I enjoy. And that's how we had a long chat. And I just sat down there like a student, just listening to him. First he said, guy, remember, life expectancy in Nigeria is 54 years. He said, how old am I? I told him I'm 30. He said, bro, you have only 24 more years. Life is all about making an impact, especially as a man or even a lady, whether you're a man or woman. You just have to be able to impart knowledge. We can take all this money, we can keep trying as much as possible to make all this money, to work hard and amass so much wealth to take care of our families, but we must remember that God put us in this position that we're in to at least make an impact, to be a vessel to other people, not just our immediate families. That impact, that legacy, it's so important. And at any moment, we sometimes think that we're immortal, or not that we're immortal, it's just everybody is always afraid of talking about death, or like thinking that death's going to happen. We're always just trying to act as if we're all going to live till we're 90 or 92 or 100, but not necessarily. At any point in time, any of us can go, we can lose our lives at any point in time. So, and when you're gone, what do you leave behind? What do you leave behind? You must leave something that people can benefit from. Something as small as even planting a tree that keeps shade for people to walk around and come and lay under that tree for shade. That's something beneficial that you've left. That's the essence of life. Helping, assisting, teaching, nurturing. And that's also part of the reason why I started this YouTube channel. Not just as a diary, but just because I know there were times in my life I wish there was somebody else. Not my brothers. My brothers, we didn't always have that much time to talk, and they didn't really have the experience I was looking for. But I wish there was somebody else I could talk to. Someone else I could ask questions. Someone else I could learn from their experiences. And not just career experiences, life experiences. Talk to. Whether it's about growing, whether it's about starting a family, whether it's about career, whether it's about parenting. These are things that we shouldn't be reading. Yeah, we can read from books, but there's nothing better than someone else's experience. And someone who you see like you, someone who's similar to you, who can share these experiences with you. He told me it would be selfish, for us to have all this knowledge, for us to have gotten to where we're at in life, and then we just keep all those things to ourselves. We don't share, we don't teach people, we don't find ways in which we can benefit people. It would be selfish. And if you think about it, that's so true. It would be selfish. It would be selfish. That's why you find out, and I think it's also true, you find so many, in any sport, so many footballers, they end up becoming coaches. Because they've learned so much over their life. They've been in the academy, they've played at the highest levels, they've been through competitions, they've lost and they've won. All those things build character that make them the best teachers. So